Hello everybody! So I'm sure you're waiting for the second part of the story, the Banshee Queen of Cork, sorry. I'm sure you're very impatient. So, a quick summary of what happened until now. So the story is taking place in Cork, a city in Ireland, you remember, all right? The two heroes of the story are Anya and Fionn. You remember? We haven't seen them yet in the stories. You remember of the little challenge? 10 music notes hidden in the adventure. So can you find them? Maybe yes, maybe no. And so the beginning of the story, there is like a party or a concert with a music band and people dancing, and suddenly something happens. What happens precisely? You will see. A banshee appears, and the particularity of a banshee is that she screams very loud. Ah! Okay? So first people are very happy. They think it's she's gonna sing. They think it's a singer. The musicians, they are very surprised. They don't know what to do. And finally she starts, but she doesn't start singing, she starts screaming. She screams, ah! And people are like that. Okay, they can't bear it. It's horrible. The scream of the banshee is horrible. Ok. Donc ça, c'était la première partie de l'histoire. Nous allons passer à la suite. L'intervention des héros. So, let's go. A few minutes after the woman appeared at the concert, two more people arrived at Charles Fort. There was a big trailer behind the stage. The band used it as a dressing room. The scream had smashed all the mirrors in the dressing room except one. It shimmered and rippled, and two children stepped out of it. Their names were Anya and Fionn. They were secret agents. They worked for MAC, Mythical Activity Control. It was their job to make sure no one from the other world caused trouble in this world. And now someone was. So what are they going to do? Oh. The band's drummer was sitting in the room when the children appeared. The band's drummer. The drummer? It's this person. And so I'm sure you can guess what instrument he plays. He plays the drums, and he is a drummer. The band's drummer was sitting in the room when the children appeared. He was in his underwear. Underwear? This. No trousers, no t-shirts, just the underwear. Hugging an old teddy bear. Shivering with fear. Shivering with fear. When the MAC agents stepped out of the mirror, he squealed and jumped into the wardrobe. You see him here? Oh, I think we scared him, Fionn said. He was already scared when we got here, Anya said. Come on, let's go see what Cleaner's been up to. I really don't understand what she's doing here. Cleaner? Who can be Cleaner? Can you guess? So, Cleaner, let's discover who's Cleaner. Cleaner was acting very strangely. In the old days, the banshees used to appear crying and screeching as a warning that someone was going to die. But they hadn't done that for centuries. Donc, on nous dit ici qu'il y a des siècles, les Banshees apparaissaient comme un avertissement warning que quelqu'un allait mourir, die, mourir. Mais maintenant, elle ne faisait plus ça. Donc, les enfants se posent la question, pourquoi est-ce qu'elle a apparu d'un coup? The two children stepped out of the trailer and climbed up the steps to the back of the stage. Everything was dark under the evening sky. Broken glass lay everywhere. Broken glass from all the smashed light bulbs. She made a right old mess, didn't she? Fionn said quietly. Oni and Fionn gazed at the crowd. There were a few hundred people there, but most of them were leaving now. Oni looked up and saw something. She whistled, and a tiny shape flitted down out of the sky towards her. It was a little bat. It squeaked at her, and she listened carefully. Fionn waited while this went on. This was Oni's power. She could talk to animals, and he could tell that this bat was very upset. You remember that Oni can talk to animals? So here they are talking, okay? And the bat is upset. Upset, it means like not very happy. Something is wrong. There is a problem. But what problem? Oh yes, it must have been very loud, Anya said to it. Concerts often are. Yes, it must have hurt your ears. Can you tell me about the Banshee? The little bat squeaked again, and Anya nodded, frowning as she listened. She stroked the bat. The bat's head, and let it take off, flying away into the darkness. Well? Fionn asked. He said he quite liked the Banshee's voice. But the band was awful, she told him. I don't think they were playing for bats, Fionn said. Did he say anything else? Oh yes, cleaners headed for a Travelgan holiday camp east of Cork City. All the other bats are talking about it. He said she looked really angry. So, what is funny here is that the bat, so the bat is he, apparently it's a boy, a male, and he said he liked the Banshee's voice. Do you understand? Il s'avère que la chauve-souris a bien apprécié la voix de la Banshee et au contraire a trouvé que le groupe de musique était awful, horrible. Information importante, cleaners headed for Travelgan holiday camp east of Cork City. Elle se dirige vers Travelgan holiday camp. So, that's where we are going now. As agent of Mac, Oni and Fionn had to be able to move fast. They had the power to travel instantly through mirrors. They could jump in through a mirror in one place and out through another somewhere else. The mirrors were magical doorways from one world to another. So very quickly, very fast, they can go to Travelgan. And what will they discover there? So it was a lot faster than walking, which was important if you had to chase a powerful Banshee like Cleaner. She could turn herself into a scream and travel at the speed of sound. When you knew how to use them, mirrors could even carry you across to the other world. Mac controlled the mirror roads, so the roads obeyed O'Neill and Fionn's commands. They only had to think of the name of a place or picture it in their minds, and the roads could find the mirror that was nearest to it. Donc, ils ont juste à penser, think, le nom d'un endroit ou à se l'imaginer dans leur tête. Et ensuite, les routes trouvent toutes seules le chemin pour y aller. Enfin, du moins, le chemin qui est le plus proche d'un miroir, puisque eux, ils se déplacent par les miroirs, alors que la Banshee, elle, il lui suffit de crier. Et on nous dit qu'elle se déplace à la vitesse de la lumière, to the speed of sound. So, comme on nous dit là, c'est donc très difficile d'attraper une Banshee. But it's hard to catch a Banshee when you're traveling through glass. Bonnie and Fionn tried to get out through one mirror after another, but they were all broken mirrors. Finally, they came to a mirror that was still in one piece, and they jumped out of it. Presque tous les miroirs étaient cassés, puisque la Banshee, dès qu'elle crie, elle les casse. Il n'y en avait plus qu'un qui était encore en état. Et peut-être que nous pourrions nous garder la suite pour une prochaine fois. Suspense!